for a new generation of Ford tuners, not just limited Mustangs. F-150s, the all-new Bronco. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front. Fetty in that chase position. Vaughn initiates. Coming in that first front clip. Big angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Federico very close in proximity. Just as I say that, Vaughn pulls away into the keyhole in that second outside zone. Fetty taking a shallower line. Oh, it looks like he had to check himself up before he wrecked himself up. And now back past that touch and go area and headed back up the hill. Your current and defending Formula Drift champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D, Mr. Ready to Rock, and current defending Formula Drift champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. Two winners already in the grade 8 as the top 16 Royal Purple, the Royal Purple Synthetic Experts official engine oil of Formula Drift. Coming down the pipe. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Look at the angle from Vaughn. Dylan just kind of a slow roller into it, and he is bathing in that Nitto tire smoke. Here goes Vaughn. First outside zone. Ticking the box. The second outside zone. Woo! Dylan Hughes lunges forward. He takes a shallower line. He compromises that line in order to get that proximity. And now on that touch and go, Vaughn doesn't get all the way in, but both of them do on that last inside clip. Great job together, keeps it calm and collected, and doesn't overcook it and burn the dinner. That's when he comes out on top. So Dylan Hughes, he's got the clean air. How's Vaughn Gittin Jr. gonna chase him down? Dylan Hughes initiates, uses all the track, gets out to the dust, and starts that GT radial burn. Oh, and there it is. Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes in shallow, tightens it up, out to that second outside zone, gets out there, hits it and quits it. But Vaughn Gittin Jr., look at this, he is sweating him. The chrome nose in the back end of that BMW, quickly getting out of that keyhole. And look at this, Dylan Hughes bringing it up and around that final front. Let's send it. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Eve Meyer, never doing battle against each other as Vaughn Gittin Jr. goes towards the middle of the course, and as we said, the lead car has the right of way. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. lifting that front left tire. Oh man, Eve Meyer getting christened in smoke. Into that second outside zone. Oh, we got contact. Vaughn Gittin Jr. stays in it. Woo! Make some noise, Atlanta. Wow, we got rubber on rubber contact, but Houston, we do not have a problem. Eve takes one of those cones. With those menacing signature RTR LED grille lights in his rear view mirror. All right, the Type S lights are on, underglow. And now into that first front clip. Here comes Eve Meyer. Vaughn Gittin Jr. chasing him down. Now pass, taking all the cones, eating them up like pack pellets. Now into that second outside zone. Eve does not get all the way out there, and that was a line he took with Vaughn Gittin Jr., and that's what actually caused the accident. So it looks like Vaughn maybe give himself a little bit of room here and might surge here towards the end. No, he does not, but he knows he has that kind of advantage, so didn't really need to. It's a must-win for Vaughn Gittin Jr. in order, no, not the case even there either. Here we go, Matt Field and Vaughn Gittin Jr. The scenarios play out as the tires burn on. Matt Field initiates into that front clip. Right there, look at him. Matt Field just wraps it around that front clip. Now going to that first outside zone, some wavering by both the drivers in that second outside zone. Right there, riding the line is, woo! Oh, doctor, look at this! Both these guys showing up, toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, body parts being shredded off, shredded, descended to end it. Matt Field, and who's going to come out on top? Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the clean air behind the wheel of his Ford Mustang. And Matt Field hunting him down. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates, big angle from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Look at that, he's got that back right tire, Ryan, you're pointing out. Did it go flat? I don't know. That thing looks like he's on rim potentially, but if he finished, might have debeated, but if he finished, oh boy, and there it goes.
It debeated on initiation, yep. And it's fine.
But, speaking of hands, let's see where the hands go. Vaughn Gittin Jr., number 9 qualifier versus Fetty, qualifying 24th. Vaughn Gittin Jr. quickly gets to the side, gets to that wall. Nice job as Fetty a little bit lower on the bank as the sparks fly over the jump, three-wheel motion. Again, looking like a rap video. Looking loose is Vaughn Jr. Fetty. Back there just a little. RTR ready to rock. I know Vaughn's going to be over there at Drift Night over at Freedom Factory with our boy Cletus McFarland. Shout out Cletus. What's up, homeboy? James, get the toolbox. No toolbox needed right now. Is coming down into that first front clip over the hip. Back to his motocross days. And there it is, Vaughn Jr. pounding away. We got here the Type S lights glowing underneath that Ford Mustang of Vaughn Jr. Chris Forsberg will lead. Out qualifying Vaughn Jr. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank. High on the bank goes Chris Forsberg. Vaughn Jr. nosing in, door to door, wheel to wheel. Now coming down into the bank. Sparks go flying once again. Forsberg transitions into that front clip. A little bit of a wide swing around that second inside clip. Vaughn Jr. nosing in, diving in. Make some noise, Orlando! The sport of drifting and now just really getting involved in many different motorsports and working with their respective manufacturers. Here we go. Vaughn Jr. initiates. High on the bank, a little shimming there from Vaughn Jr. Oh, massive angle there. Look at that. Vaughn throws some more at him. Oh! And Forsberg goes ablaze. Wow. We've seen that multiple times from Chris Forsberg. What happened there? Comes down to that transition. He is in fuego. Here for the first battle of the Great 8, the Link ECU Great 8. Chelsea Denofa comes out swinging, literally. Oh, some sparks go flying already. Chelsea Denofa. Vaughn Jr. right there. We got twin RTRs on track. Transitioning through the jump. Nice job by both these guys. These guys are getting a lot of seat time. Look at this. RTR ready to rock. Make some noise. Here we go. Lindsey Ross, I know you're watching. Who you're cheering for? That's the question, though. RTR. It's an all RTR battle for Vaughn Jr. Chelsea Denofa Ford Performance. Dropping in, coming in hot, throwing sparks. Oh, Chelsea comes in. Comes out swinging. Woo! Doctor, are you kidding me? Look at this! To the moon! Yo! Boom goes the bumpers! But now here he is. He had to change out the transmission is what he texted me. So, yeah, the gearbox, excuse me. Here we go. Dean Carney. Oracle lights are on as he comes into that first outside zone. Vaughn Jr. Not an ideal wet setup. He comes in very shallow. And now comes on into that second outside zone, bringing it all the way out and working it into that front clip. You can see Dean Carney, some separation here. Let's see how they handle that final outside zone. Crawling into it. And Dean Carney puts that back left tire. So our defending champion, Vaughn Jr. Here we go. Vaughn Jr. will lead. Dean Carney giving chase. Guys got their signature lights, the RTR signature grill lights. Oh, look at that. Little yank of the handbrake, gets it all the way out to that outside zone. Seems like the fresh air or the fresh water getting the mister, keeping the car cool. And oh, something happened there. It looks like the attitude of the vehicle almost looks like he hit a pothole, but I don't think that was the case. Now through that second outside zone, coming in on the front clip. Both these guys navigated around it properly. Some distance created between them. Vaughn, look at that, gets it all the way to the outside of the edge of the course, almost getting into that. So you can see the lights there extinguish. Now you can leave the starting line. Jonathan Hurst, clean start. Here we go. Let's see how the G37 handles that Mustang in the rear view mirror. The chrome nose diving in. Jonathan Hurst, not exactly the highest on the bank there, midline, the proper line, allowing Vaughn Jr. to gain some proximity. Hurst throws it in. Looks like he took kind of an A to B and then bones out of that second outside zone and then into that third outside zone. Ryan, I want to talk about that third outside zone.
To judging it from outside the system.
Here we go to the next battle. Two former champions, Michael Essa, FCP Euro, Liquid GT Radial BMW, Vaughn Jr. A little late initiation. They're not late, but not as early as Michael Essa. And Vaughn Jr. surprisingly not high on the bank. Does have proximity, but let's see how he handles this second outside zone. Woo! Look at that. Vaughn Jr. performing surgery there on that second outside zone. Drops into formation, and now finishing out. Vaughn gets a little squirrely. 100 over there at Goodwood Festival Speed right now. A crazy Ford all-electric vehicle being piloted over at Goodwood Festival speed. Here we go. Now it's all about Vaughn Gittin Jr. in that first outside zone, looking a lot more comfortable, throwing some more angle at it. Let's see how he handles it. And there's that crease playing a role here. Oh wow, Essa, really well done. Just barely letting that vehicle pass right in front of him. But Vaughn sets it and forgets it. Oh, looks like we got a little love.
In the future, he is championship caliber driver, up, left, right, and center.
Here we go. Odie Bakshis will lead. Vaughn Gittin Jr. giving chase. Our final battle of the Great 8. Odie Bakshis initiates. And you can see Vaughn Gittin Jr. chasing him down. Might be calculating some formulas here as far as, or Odie might just be pulling away from him. Right now, Odie fills all that second outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. now maneuvers that into the third and final outside zone. Banging on the door as Vaughn gets in the side of. So here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Odie Bakshis. Vaughn will lead, Odie will give chase. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Throw down a gangster run as Vaughn. Little separation here between the two drivers. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Drops down. Ooh, taking a bit of a tighter line there. Vaughn, big angle. Odie Bakshis comes on in that last final outside zone. And bring it across the finish line. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Go look into that, somebody. Frederick Osbo in that Rockstar Engineering Toyota GR Supra. Leading the pack here in that first outside zone. Got gold and chrome. Ripping around the track. Frederick Osbo, Vaughn Gittin Jr. We saw this with Odie where he leaves himself a lot of room, but he might be able to grip up now. Look at that. Frederick Osbo pulling that front right, as does Vaughn Gittin Jr. These guys hitting the three-wheel motions. Looks like Osbo left a little in the tank here as we go down to the final four.
Gittin Jr.
Here we go, the second half of this battle. Who's going to the finals? Vaughn Gittin Jr., Frederick Osbo, let's send it! Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Osbo very low on the bank, very surprising, as Gittin has some in the tank as he goes against the Norwegian Hammer. The professional fun hammer into that second outside zone. Osbo, something is afoot, all ditto tire. As Vaughn almost spinning out.
Gosh.
One is going, they might be out of tire, Ryan.
Yep.
I believe both. Rome Charpentier Garagistic E36 against Vaughn Gittin Jr., two-time and defending Formula Gym champion. And look at this, Vaughn says he prefers chasing first, so he got exactly what he wished for as he now goes against Rome. Rome looking very clean, tidy. Vaughn Gittin Jr., the chrome nose, in tow. A lot deeper angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Maybe taking some speed out of the car to allow. Again, there's got to be a horsepower difference here between these two gentlemen. And Rome's got to be stoked, man. So go join them at 3 o'clock. As Vaughn Gittin Jr. will lead, Rome Charpentier will give chase. Let's see if Rome can hang with the two-time and defending FD champ. Yes, he can right now. The answer is yes. Be all of the above as Vaughn Gittin Jr. now comes out of that outside zone one into the power alley. Rome digging deep, throws it to the side of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Here's Rome tight. Rome letting it all hang out. The Garagistic E36. Look at that, Rome. No pushover. To be bad. All right, here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Matt Field. This is a barn burner. Here we go. Jason Dienda. Let's see who comes out on top. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Matt Field. Matt Field gets to the side. An All-American battle. This is a battle of the All-American muscle, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. leading. Matt Field, the beast of the bay, making his presence felt. Down to the power house, literally and figuratively. 16 cylinders, toe-to-toe, wheel-to-wheel. Falcon to Nitto. Past that front clip, and now in that final outside zone. Come on, Seattle. Woo!
Here's why this is interesting to me.
Hurry up, wrap it up. No,
okay.
tell me later.
New set of tires for both.
New set of tires for both. Matt Field gets the grip, shoots away from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Both of them have a brand new set of respective tires, Falcons and Nittos. Matt Field a little bit higher. Vaughn Gittin Jr. takes some angle out of it to gain proximity and goes on him. Here going down into that power alley. Vaughn Gittin Jr. lunging forward like a fencing match here in the Olympics. Now bringing into that front clip. There goes Matt Field. Now transitioning into that final outside zone. Who's going to come out on top? Ryan. Woo! There we go. Throws down. How's he going to do? Jeff Jones, you can see him pacing. So looks like a little bit of a jump, and he's going to pace Vaughn Gittin Jr. Maybe there's a potential horsepower differential. as we saw in the numbers, and Vaughn Jr. in that second outside zone. Jeff Jones taking a way tighter line, throwing him off, and Jeff tried to dive in on the inside. Not the proper line, especially since he was off that second outside zone. Now transition that final outside zone. Jeff flirting with that door. Oh boy. Holy cow. As if he might be banging. Here we go. Jeff Jones in that first outside zone, initiating. And there we go, riding right there on the edge of the course. Now transitioning in that second outside zone. Jeff Jones taking that wide line, but definitely tightening it right back up into that third outside zone. Now Vaughn, doesn't need to be super aggressive here. And he doesn't do that. JTP gonna lead in that Falcon Tires Roush Performance Ford Mustang. Vaughn Jr. chasing him down. And here we go. Two veteran Mustang drivers, Justin Pollock now transitioning into that second outside zone. The green RTR kidney grills shining up on the side of that Falcon Tires Ford Mustang. Now coming to the last outside zone, JTP gets out there, gets deep. Justin, is himself. So here we go, Vaughn Jr. will be leading in that Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D. Look at that tit for tat, absolutely synchronized swimming in smoke, that is. And now big angle there from Vaughn Jr. tightens it up. You see JTP take out that inside clip, no big deal from him. Big angle from Vaughn Jr. and he gets all the way to the outside zone 4. And here we go, that first outside zone. Let's see how they handle it. Jamming on by into that first outside zone, and now I have a feeling they're really going to turn it up. They don't want to leave it in the judges' hands. They saw how good each other was, and right now they are showing up. Just tapping. Oh, wow, look at that. Just tapping, bringing it in the outside zone 3, into outside zone 4. Big, nasty flick by Vaughn Jr. And he slides it right in. Vehicle, that is the Ford Mustang. Vaughn Jr., Justin Pollock, piling those Ford Mustangs. Here we go. Which pony is going to reign supreme here at St. Louis now? Vaughn Jr. leads in that second outside zone. A little bit of gap there as Justin Pollock tries to tighten it up. Trying to center punches that inside clip, and now coming in last and outside zone. Vaughn Jr. Gotta say, it goes a little bit battle overall between these two Ford Mustangs. JTP, Vaughn Jr. Here we go, grab some snacks, grab a drink, let's send it. Here we go. JTP initiates into that first outside zone. Vaughn Jr. in tow. They've had some time to think about this. What do they need to do? Vaughn Jr. let JTP get away a little bit. Now again, looking for that X factor. It's looking pretty solid right now up until this point. How are they going to handle that outside zone 4? JTP goes a little deeper than expected. Where's your money at? Who you put it on? Vaughn Jr. Justin Pollock. Vaughn Jr. The Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR goes in that first outside zone. Justin Pollock, tit for tat right there with them. And then now in that second outside zone, Vaughn with the wider swing allows Justin Pollock to get right to the side of him, has that front flip, goes and flies off to exit stage right into that outside zone 4. Ryan, I mean, come on. These guys did show up in practice battles where they were going for it. Here we go, let's send it, fellas. Let's see if we can repeat what happened in Seattle. Matt Field, Vaughn Jr. Matt Field initiates that first outside zone. Vaughn Jr. right there. Now transition. You see Vaughn Jr. pedal back just a little bit, giving a little bit of balancing room there. Coming to that third outside zone. You can see the Ford Mustang of Vaughn trying to get a little bit closer here. Now transitioning to that final outside zone. Matt Field doesn't get all the way out to the outside zone 4. And again, probably we'll see. He could buy some time here right now. Vaughn Jr. Matt Field. We saw him do battle in Seattle, and now here goes Vaughn Jr. into that first outside zone. And there we go as Matt Field goes in that second outside. Oh! And there it is. So that very well could have caused that, and that was what they were scared of. So he dives in. Vaughn Jr. continues the rest of this run, and Matt Field goes into history here. Yeah, Mr. Plow. Yeah, at least the lights are still on. Here we go. Frederick Osbo initiates. The lights are on in a major way. The Type S lights, that is, as Frederick Osbo initiates. Oh, and Vaughn Jr. He rotates. He overcooks it. And Frederick Osbo continues on through the course. He does need to continue as long as he finishes out this run.
I did not expect that.
Like it with a Thumbs up, and we're ready to send it. Here we go, boys. Getting it, Charpentier. Vaughn Gittin Jr. comes out swinging. Like a title bout. Coming into view of the judge, the naked eye. Out to that. Touch and go. He does touch and he does go. Rome Charpentier not backing down. Nice job by Rome. As it throws, takes a little angle out of it to gain proximity around that final clip. Rome knocks it out. A great up. There we go. Good timing. Make sure no cones hit. Here we go. Garagistic BMW out front. Rome Charpentier. His family cheering him on. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Into that first outside. That touch and go. Under the bridge. Rome going deep. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Great proximity. Like to see him a little bit deeper. Let's see how they transition into that final front clip. E36 BMW going against Vaughn Gittin Jr. Here we go. Vaughn leading and Rome Charpentier giving chase. Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. coming into view. Rome knows. Coming out. Touch and go. Slams into it. Adjusted a little bit of the attitude of the vehicle. Dig really deep on that second outside zone. Look at Rome on the attack. Woo! Rome, second half of this battle. Who's coming out? There's a one more time. Are they going at it again? We got a clean start. Here we go. Rome Charpentier against the defending champion, Vaughn Gittin Jr. See how they handle the touch and go. Rome doesn't get all the way out there, but still very aggressive. All the way into that first outside zone, and now into that second. Woo! Look at Rome. Ready to go to market. Taking out that inside clip. Back a little bit. Give himself a little bit more run up. So here we go. And look at that, Matt Field comes out swinging, out of the chicane into, let's see how he handles it, touch and go. Really deep, nice done. Into that first outside zone, in the zone. Really deep goes Matt Field once again. Vaughn Gittin Jr. tracking him down, and both of them wrapping nicely around the inside clip. The Monster Energy Nitto tire, Ford Mustang. Let's see what Vaughn's got. Matt Field, clean start, here we go, second half of this battle. Who's moving on to the grade 8? Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates. Doesn't get out to the touch and go, Ryan. Oh, big angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Massive angle from Field as well. Tracking him down, here goes Matt Field, surging an attack. Woo! Look at that! Wow! Vaughn Gittin Jr., let's send it. This has huge implications, and there are levels to this game, Ryan. Who's going to step up? Matt Field initiates. Vaughn Gittin Jr. to the chase position. Getting out that touch and go, and that was a nice little smooch. Into that second outside zone. Field dragging bumper. Woo, look at that. You can see Vaughn Gittin Jr., nice little pass. When I say pass, Matt Field, that is massive and shaking up an earthquake like we felt yesterday here in California. Maybe even bigger than a 4 on the Richter scale. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiating. Oh, Matt Field spins! What happened? Oh, wow, look at that. He broke. And look at this. Wreck both cars and let Chelsea get the win. Well, hey, guess what, Long Beach? You're in store for one heck of a battle. Let's send it! Chelsea to Nova initiates. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Oh, Doctor, look at that! 2 Mustangs, mono a mono. The ponies are racing. It's a stampede. Oh, woo! What did you say? Yeah, oh my goodness. So,
what that means, it's bad for DeNova, obviously,
100%.
But one judge is going to be locked in. Both
Here we go.
judges are going to be locked into something specific.
Here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front. Chelsea Nova again. Currently second in points. Chelsea Nova. Vaughn Gittin Jr. now transitions. Chelsea Nova transitions a little bit off of that first outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Chelsea now bringing on home around that final front clip. Here comes Chelsea Nova. Oh! And Chelsea spins. That's it. That's going to be it. Final 4 to dictate who is going in to compete against Odie. All right, pulling off the line. We got a clean start. Let's see what Frederick Osbo's got going on, what he's got cooking. We saw these guys go one more time, multiple one more times before, and here we are again. Because these guys have seen so many battles over the years. And there, Osbo puts the car in the right place. Vaughn Gittin Jr. We got chrome and gold. All precious metals. Jr. Frederick Osbo. Let's get a clean start here. And that's exactly what we get. Vaughn Gittin Jr. leading. The lead car has the right of way. Fires across the nose of that Toyota Supra, and Vaughn, banging bumpers, transitioning. Looks like it throws him off a little bit, but Frederick Osbo keeps pace, transitions in and around that final clip. That lead car, but looks like Vaughn is saying, go ahead, Goosh, I got you. And there goes Ken Gucci, ready, Toyota Racing, Toyota Supra. There you go. Look at Ken Gucci, great angle from Goosh. These OG veterans since 2004. Vaughn Gittin Jr. taking a bit of a lower line. Ken Gucci saying, yeah, I know you're leaving, Vaughn, but it might put you out in a body bag. As Ken Gucci in that second outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. not backing down, now to that final outside zone. Ken Gucci into that final outside zone. Ryan. Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front, that Monster Energy Nitto Tire Ford Performance Mustang RTR Spec 5D. And Ken Gucci, that Toyota, the gritty Toyota Racing, Toyota Supra. Vaughn Gittin Jr. high on the bank. Now coming down into that transition past that inner clip. Into that second outer zone, the inner oval. Vaughn Gittin Jr. goes all the way out there. Ken Gucci taking a lower line. Massive angle there from Vaughn Gittin Jr. past that second inner clip. Ken Gucci navigates past it. Ryan, this might be the uppercut that Vaughn Gittin Jr. was looking for.
He can certainly get into the top 3.
Yeah, yep. All right, here we go. Rome Charpentier, Vaughn Gittin Jr. As Rome, the garage stick, E36 BMW. Wow, Vaughn. You see him jump up to that wall, but doesn't have the angle that Rome's in. Now, coming on down to that inside clip. See how Rome handles this second outside zone. Some wavering there from Rome, but look at Vaughn. Composed, bringing that second inside clip. Now bringing that final. Look at Rome Charpentier, as you said, very competitive. Going. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front. Rome Charpentier in the chase position. Will this be Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s last ever head-to-head battle for the gym competition? Vaughn Gittin Jr. massive angle there. Rome Charpentier right in the mix. Now past that front clip in that second outside zone. Vaughn Gittin Jr. massive angle fills all of it. Now Rome shows up. Vaughn Gittin Jr. past the inside clip once again. Oh, looked like Rome. You sound like Jay-Z right there, Ryan. Saying just want to mention. Oh. Take down this defending champion, this two-time champion of Vaughn Gittin Jr. Rome Charpentier leads, high qualifying driver, and here we go. Rome, aggressive flick on the bank. Vaughn Gittin Jr. pacing him, mimicking the angle, about a car length distance. See how they handle this second outside zone. Look at Rome, look at Vaughn. Looks like he took a little bit of angle out of it to gain proximity, but then goes right back. Oh, wow, look at this. That was an interesting angle there. We're gonna have to take a look at that. I don't know if Rome got out of shape or Vaughn got out of shape. Here we go. Vaughn, could this be his last run? You said it, I'll say it again. Is this his last run in the Formula Gym Championship? We saw that mistake by Rome. But Vaughn, you know, he does have kryptonite. Let's see. But right now, not showing up at all. Vaughn Gittin Jr. flexing on Rome Charpentier right now. Not going home just yet. Vaughn Gittin Jr. says, not today. Well done by Vaughn. The winner of this moves on to the Final Four to go against Osbo. Kazuya Taguchi, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Kazuya Taguchi initiated into the Big Bang. I'm telling you, Kazuya Taguchi, one to watch. And he is not going to let Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s retirement get into his way. And now into that second outside zone. And look at that big angle from Kazuya Taguchi.
Now to that last outside zone by Taguchi and Vaughn Gittin Jr. bringing on around press. Here we go, the second half of this battle. Vaughn Gittin Jr. will be up front because we get Taguchi to chase position. Now here goes Vaughn. Monster Energy, Ditto Tire, Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5. Kazuya Taguchi, riding to, oh! Taguchi goes into the wall. Now Vaughn Gittin Jr. does need to complete the entirety of this run, and he will be going on into the final four. A couple more clips. We got that inside clip and now outside zone, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. will be finding himself in the final four. Had to win. Novak was on the other side, right? And then it went to it one more time. So here we are. It is do or die. And Frederick Osmo gets the win against the two-time champion Vaughn Gittin Jr. He'll be your 2021 Formula Drift champion. Here we go. Frederick Osmo high on the bank in that outside zone into the first inside clip. Now to the second outside zone goes Osmo and Gittin. Vaughn Gittin Jr. doing a great job mimicking the angle and digging deep in that second outside zone. Now to that final outside zone goes Osmo, both that pulling up that front right wheel. Vaughn Gittin Jr. loses the pit proximity. Formula Drift champion. Here we go. Send it. Vaughn Gittin Jr., Frederick Osmo, Monster vs. Rockstar, Ford vs. Toyota. Vaughn Gittin Jr., his last Formula Drift competition as Vaughn leads in that first outside zone, transitioning past the first front clip. Now in the second, Vaughn leads in Osmo. Osmo right there. Is there enough to have a deciding factor here, Ryan? Into that final outside zone. Look at that, Vaughn Gittin Jr. shooting flames